back on the city map. Now, I did record this earlier though, but the footage didn't save. But we did do some more progress though. I was able to I finished off the parking lot for Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. We extended the road a little bit. I added some signs. As you can see here, I added some signs. It's over here, and then I also added some over here. I will replace the arrows though at some point though. And replace it with Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. And we also have a roundabout. Something I never knew how to make in Minecraft, which Connor taught me, which unfortunately though he is unavailable at this current moment. Unfortunately, so it's just me this time. Anyways, though, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start working on the parking lot and stuff though. Let me see. I'm going to also need light blue concrete. Try to do the handicap spaces and whatnot. So, okay. So each parking spot will actually be 3 blocks wide. Because depending on how wide the vehicle is, though, would depend on like the size of the parking spot. Though I just realized that's too big of a parking spot. If there was such thing, if a car was in Minecraft though, which there actually are though for like add-ons and whatnot, they're like 2 blocks wide. So I just realized that. So there's the turn over here though. So the parking spots near the building though are gonna end right here. That's the edge of the parking lot though for this side, for like near the building and whatnot. And yes, I will add some handicap spots though. So just to make it respectful and stuff though. So in case if any of my viewers are actually disabled and stuff though in real life, like physically disabled that need handicap though. Like me, I'm mentally disabled. So I believe adding some handicap spots though seems respectful and stuff though. In case if any of my viewers are actually physically disabled though. Okay, so I'm gonna add one more parking spot over here. There we go. There. Okay. Actually, I could technically add one more actually, technically. Oh, darn it. Well, there we go. There. Now, I will make some of these, like, obviously handicapped, though. Like, this one I'll make handicap by coloring the square in entirely blue. The whole light blue, to be more specific, though. There. Because the parking spots that's going to be handicapped, though, are the ones that's going to be made out of light blue concrete. Now, I actually plan on getting some other add-ons, though, on this world, though. And stuff, though. At some point, obviously, though. Now I do want to give you guys a heads up, though. I am getting a job, hopefully, shortly, though, and stuff, though. Probably within, like, a few days or something. Or maybe a week. I don't know yet. So the recordings are gonna be less though. But if I'm able to, now that all depends though on my shift and stuff though. Cause I can customize my own shift and stuff though, to where I can work, where I'm gonna be working like mainly every day and stuff though. So it's just weekends it's gonna be like an as needed and stuff though. There. Now, that is handicap spaces. Actually, I'm going to get rid of this line. I'm going to get rid of this line right here, actually. There. There we go. Now we have handicap spots and regular spots, though. Now, the reason why the handicap is going to be closer to the building, though, is because, well, it's handicap spots. Handicap spots are always closer to the building. Anyway, so now what I have to do is I have to replicate it over here. Let me just fix these signs real quick. Whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. Now, if you guys do actually want to join me and stuff, though, so you gotta be subscribed to both me and Connor, who is Phantom Forces 83, of course, though, but his new channel is Connor and stuff, though. So, and that's what I also call him nowadays as well. And you also have to make sure you're on PlayStation 4 or 5. Now, apparently, there's this weird thing with PlayStation 5, where you don't need PlayStation Plus, though. I don't know how true that is for some PlayStation 5s. I know, like, one of my friends actually has it, though. Has a PlayStation 5, and I can join him, and he can join me on Minecraft without PlayStation Plus. But I don't know exactly, like, how that's gonna work and stuff, though. There we go. Parking lot's now complete. Now, if you're wondering why there's more parking spots on the bottom row, that is because, well, it just makes a lot more sense that way. That way, because it's a larger area and whatnot. Okay, so bop, 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 and bop. There we go. I needed to move this sign and whatnot. There we go. That's better. Now I just gotta fix these two signs over here, though. Yeah, this stick drift is making it a little difficult and stuff, though. Whoop. There we go. There we go. Now those signs are fixed. Anyways, what I'm going to need to do, though, is I'm going to need to extend the road out in this direction. So bop, bop, and bop, there we go. Okay. Extend it out to here. If I did my calculations correctly. Which I could be wrong, though, but if I did the calculations correctly, though, I should be able to make the road long enough, though, to where I can have another roundabout and stuff, though. Alrighty, just gotta take all these blocks. So whatnot. Well, I should probably see how many blocks I'm extending it, though. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So it's currently 23 blocks that I'm extending it, though. So, but just in case, though, I may need to extend it a bit more, though. Just a little bit, though. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not doing the center of the road just yet, though, though? Well, that's because I need to figure out, like, okay, so it is 1, 2, 3, bop, bop. There we go. There we have 1, 2, 3, bop, bop. Nice. 2, 3. Nope, I need to extend it out by 2 more. There we go. Okay, so I actually extended out 25 blocks. Blocks, actually. That's how far I have to extend it out, so, in each direction. Now, obviously, though, we will make more buildings at some point, though. But for right now, I'm just going to extend it out in each direction by 25, like that direction and then that direction, by 25 blocks. So, and then I'll start like working, and then I'll start to like work on another so basically, I'm gonna also work on the pizzeria as well, though. So, but not like the entire pizzeria, though. It's only gonna be like. Just like the wall, it's just gonna be like the floor and stuff, though. So that I'm gonna be working on, though, and only the floor. But what I'm gonna do here, though, is I'm actually gonna start off at the center, though. But I need to count this. So 3, 6, 7. Okay, so each side has to have 7. So that's 3. Here's 4. 5, 6 right here, and 7 is the next one. There we go. That's better. Now, yes, it does look ugly like that, though. I understand that. Now, what we're going to need to do, though, is we're going to need to building the same size as the parking lot, though. But obviously, though, what I'm going to need to do, though, is I'm going to actually need to actually make it, though, look like a pizzeria, though. So, like a version of Freddy's, though, not like an exact version of Freddy's, though, just a version of just a random version of Freddy's, or something like that. No, because obviously, though, it's gonna look a little weird, though, and stuff like that. I'm starting off with the front, though, and whatnot. But obviously, though, if I can at least like start with, because what I need to do I really need to start off with the office, though, just and whatnot, though. Unless if I could do like a front office, though, and a back office. Ooh, now that's an idea. I could do like a front office and a back office. Now, it is true, though, I am doing this solo and whatnot for today and stuff, though. So, well, I did record it with Connor earlier, though. Unfortunately, though, my recording did not save, even though he was also recording on Twitch and whatnot, so... Yeah, since he was recording on Twitch, though, his automatically saved and whatnot. There we go. Because expanding out the roads like this, though, can actually also help me out with trying to shape the pizzeria, though. Just to make sure it's not too big and but also not too small either. Because I need it to match so what I need to do is I need to make it match the length of the sidewalk. Which is what I need to do, though. Now, will I live stream this, though? Like, building it, though? Probably not. Probably not. I don't know. I don't know yet. Well, most likely not though and stuff though, because I believe like leaving it as videos though would just make it easier for me and stuff though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. There we go. Now that I got the 25 I need though. Five though, because I did count though and stuff though, and the original count came to 23. So I just had to add an extra 2 blocks though to kind of like emphasize the part of the road though, of course. I'm doing the sidewalk first this time, so make it easy. Whoops. 1, 2. Oh wait, what am I doing? I just have to make sure I line it up with this one. There we go. Now, I would normally work on this with Connor, though, but he's, like I said earlier, he is currently unavailable to help me and stuff, though. Now, the reason why you have to have a PlayStation, though, is because we no longer have Microsoft. Well, I have no longer have access to Microsoft account. I no longer do. When I got the hard reset, when I had to do the hard reset, I lost the email I used for it. So I cannot get it back, unfortunately. I can't. I tried, and I just couldn't get it back, unfortunately. Which means that... Now, I do have a Microsoft account, though. I do have another one. Unfortunately, it's on an account I can't do multiplayer on yet. It's my alternate account, though, but there's also one major downside. The email I used for that PlayStation account is, like, gone. Like, deleted. I knew I shouldn't have deleted it, though, but I was dumb enough to delete it. Because that was an old YouTube channel and stuff, though. So, and the fact that I deleted it, though, not realizing I still needed it, and stuff, though. But, obviously, though, if I need to create a new one, I need to create a new one. Though, and stuff, though. Which I won't mind doing and stuff, though. So, if I lose that PlayStation account, though, and stuff, though, if I lose it, though, now, I still have access to the Microsoft email and stuff, though. I still have access to it, though. I still do, which is a good thing, though. So if I ever like lose it and stuff, though, I could possibly try to sign into it, though, on another account. Though I could do that. I've tried it with this one, actually, and it didn't work for some reason. And you want to know why it didn't work, though? Well, in the past it didn't work, but I could try it. Well, wait a minute, though. That was me trying to create a new one, though. But since I already have a new one, though, I want to see if I could try to log in to my current one that I have on this account at some point. And if it works, then I could start adding Microsoft players and stuff, though, onto the channel. But until I know if it works or doesn't, though, that's going to be a no for Microsoft accounts. So. Yep. Okay, so I did the calculations correctly. That's good. Really good, though. Anyway, so now let's go work on the pizzeria. So, like I said, I'm mainly going to be focusing on the floor, though. Which means that I need a little bit of the walls, though, as well. Now, I'm going to add vents and stuff, though, to this pizzeria. So, it's going to be kind of a mix of, like, FNAF 1 and FNAF 2 combined a little bit, though. It's gonna have vents like Final Fantasy Freddy's 2. Well, actually, more like Final Fantasy Freddy's 3, but have, like, the layout of, like, it's a whole process and stuff, though. I'm still trying to figure out myself. Anyways, though, what I need to do is I'm going to grab the Crimson Door, because if you look at the Crimson Door design on the City Texture Pack, look what it looks like. It looks like doors to Freddy Fazbear's. Anyways, though, I need to start off with... Now, what I'm actually going to do, though, is I'm actually going to start off with the floor, though. Like, the floor, though, and stuff, though. Like this, so I can put down the doors, at least. That can actually help me figure out where I need to put the door and stuff, though. So, okay, so the doors are going to have to move over just... well, hold on a minute, though. I need to see how much there is here I need to work with, though. Because I'm not going to make it as long as the sidewalk, though. I'm not going to do that. So, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. So since this is 67 blocks long, what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to extend it out a little bit over here, though, to make it 68 blocks, because I'm going to have 2 doors, though. So, of course, though. So this is the only side where I'm going to be extending it, though. Which means I need to get rid of more of this. I need to move this sign again. Well, I just said I need to move this sign again, but... Oh, wait. Now it's going to look weird, though, because now... Yeah, that's going to look weird now. That's going to look weird now. Or will it? Take a look at that. Yeah, it's going to look weird now. It's now going to look weird. Like the entryway is going to have, like, an extra block, while this one does not. So... Technically... Yeah. I'm going to need to make the... I'm not going to make a curve here and stuff, though, actually. I'm just going to leave these flat and stuff, though. Wait, hold on. I just built into the sidewalk there. There we go. I'm just going to make the... I'm just going to rather make these flat, though, and stuff, though. Just to make it easier. Stuff, though. There we go. That's much better. That is much better. That's actually way... That's actually really better, actually. Not going to lie. Now I need to fix that sign again. No. Okay, now I need to go replace the sign now. There we go. Fixed it. Okay, so now what we're gonna need to do is so now I need to center the doors, though, which is usually which is always at the halfway point. But now since this is 68, well, I need to place the blocks at 36 from each direction, or I can just go from one direction, though, and just do 36, 37. Because if I do 36, 37, well, actually, it's 37, 38. I don't remember. Oh man, my math ain't mathing right now. But 36 is the midway point, though. Because, oh wait, is it 36? No, 34, because it's 68. So 34 and 35 need to be the blocks, though, I need to do and stuff, though. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. There we go. There. I now have the start of the floor. Now I'm going to get the iron block I need. I'm going to leave it in my inventory for right now. I'm going to grab... what should I use? What should I use? Let me just take a look here. That's glazed... Ugh. I'm not using terracotta. No, thank you. So I'm just going to use gray concrete for the walls, though. So if I'm counting correctly, it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hold on, it's 11, right? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, it's 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. It should be 33 blocks now. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Yes! I found the midway point. That's good. But now what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to loop this all the way around to the other side. Now, I don't know exactly how long I'm going to need to make this pizzeria, though. But I do need to make sure one thing, though, is I add vents. So, okay, so I got the wall set up, though. That's a plus. But I just realized something. No, I should alternate the... Yeah, I'm going to alternate the floor real quick. So, there. It's just to make it a bit easier and stuff, though. There we go. Nice. Okay. So, I need to... Okay, so what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to make the layout of the floor, though. Like, the walls and stuff, though, first. Okay, so I'm going to have a room over here. So, this will be like a storage room and stuff, though. Right here. This will be like a storage area. Right over here. This is going to be like... No, wait. This will be like a storage area over here. Now, if you're wondering, though, why I have to alternate these colors and stuff, though, that is because just so... yeah, that's what I wanted to avoid. That's... Oh, wait. Yeah. That's actually what I wanted to avoid, so... Let me just do the walls real quick. Let me just do the layout of the walls, though, and stuff, though, real quick. Because I believe doing the layout of the walls first, though, will just make it a bit easier, though. Now, I'm also going to add another room over here as well, though. This is actually going to be, like, some ticket booths and stuff, though. But how long is this block, though? 1, 2... So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so it's 12 blocks. Though. I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, so that's 3, 4. There we go. Okay, so this would be like some ticket booth areas, though, to get access into the pizzeria. Now, the reason why there's 2, though, is because, well, if you think about it, though, if there's like a long line, you can serve 2 customers at the same time. But I should probably, like, bring these back 1, though. Yeah, I'm gonna bring them back 1. Yeah, so I'm gonna bring these back 1, though. There, just so we still have some, like, walk space and stuff, though. Okay. So this is gonna be like the walkway and stuff, though. Now we're gonna have, like, the actual pizzeria area, though. By extending these out. So we're gonna have 2 stages, actually. Now, the reason why we're gonna have 2 stages, though, is because we're actually not doing, well, technically 3, though, because we're gonna have, like, separate areas and stuff, though. So we're gonna have, like, over here will be like will be like Fredbear and Spring Bonnie, and then like on this side we can have like Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy. Now, even if there is no Fredbear skin, though, if there isn't a Fredbear skin, or Golden, then we'll just use Golden Freddy as like a skin and stuff that you can, like, as like part of a skin pack or something, you know. But anyways, though, I'm gonna first start off on this side where we have like the other animatronics, though. Now, obviously, though, I will add vents, though. Of course, like I said, I will add vents. That's what the iron block is for. That's what the iron block is for the vents. So, over here, we're going to have entryway to that area, though. Now, what we're going to need to do, though, is I'm going to need to add a vent, though. A vent somewhere. Oh, that's actually a perfect spot for a vent, actually. This is a perfect spot for a vent. Now, obviously, though, would I make the ability to crawl? I don't think so. It's just going to take up a lot more time, though, just to do and whatnot. So I'm just going to dig it out and plug into the ground, like so. And I'm going to place around it iron blocks. So. There we go. So this one would just basically be like this part though. Part 2 basically be like explaining what happened with the glitching and stuff though. And stuff like that with like the recording software and whatnot. Now I'm gonna come up over here though and stuff though. So what I want to do is I want to like make a little bit of a doorway over here though. Kind of like that a little bit. But make it about a block higher up here, though. Now, I want to kind of make this look like an actual vent and stuff, though, rather than just something like this, you know? So that'll be kind of like this a little bit. Kind of making it look a little circular, you know? Like that. There's those blocks with iron. There we go. Nice. Now I got a vent and stuff, though. I now have a vent that's going to lead into the next area, though. Because this area, though, will be like the Pirate Cove area, though. So, there's going to be a vent from, like, the main stage area of like, Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica to the Pirate Cove area and whatnot. But what I need to do, though, is I need to actually make this room, though, of course. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of this. So, there we go. I'm going to connect that. But I need to, like, hide this vent, though, as well, though. So, I have an idea on how to do that, though. I just gotta do a little bit of this. And I'm gonna make, like, a bit of a backstage over here, though. Yeah, I'm gonna make a bit of a backstage over here, though. That's, like, an employees-only room and stuff, though. Like that. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. The fact that I still need to hide this, though, is still, like, needed, though. Oh, wait. I don't even... Okay. So what I need to do is I need to kind of, like, match this, though, as well, though. Because if you do it like that low, then you won't be able to get in. There. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm actually going to make it look more like a vent, though. Kind of like that. There we go. Because now, if you look here, it's so dark, though. Like an actual vent. Yeah, but now that looks ugly, though. So, I'm just going to leave it like this, actually, though. Because it looks so ugly if it's not like that. But then I just realized something, though. I need to turn this block into iron. To kind of, like, give, like, an entryway to the vent, though. But obviously, though, I can't really do that, though, and stuff, though, without, like, messing, because I need to do it, like, exactly at the entrance, though, which means I need to bump this entrance out a bit, though, or what I could do is, I could, like, make, like, the floor here, though, but that means I gotta bump this, no, Mm-mm. So, hold on a minute. I gotta see how I did it on this side. So, what I did, though, is I put the block that went up over here, which means the block that you need to go down on is actually right here. But if you think about it, though, what I need to... So, obviously, though... Okay. So, what I'm gonna need to do, though, is I'm gonna... Obviously, though, change up the floor, though, at some point, but I'm not gonna do that right now. So, right now, though, I currently have the walls, like, ready, though, and stuff, though, for, like, the main stage area, though. And then, because the stage is gonna be, like, over here, though, and stuff, though, a little bit. Actually... So... now, obviously, though, you can't really seal the vents, though, in this one, but you're not really going to, though. But, so, you know what, I'm just gonna work on the walls and stuff, though. So just mainly focus on the layout and stuff, though, this place. That's what I'm just gonna focus on, though. There. I'm just gonna mainly focus on the layout and whatnot. Now, I will add another vent, though, and stuff, though. But this time, this vent is actually gonna go underneath. This is gonna be an underneath vent. That's actually gonna connect to that vent right there. So let me just see real quick though. Okay, so this one's gonna be underneath vent, which indicates that it's gonna have to come from like somewhere down here though. Here though, like down by bedrock level and stuff though. So, like right down here. Here, you know what? Let me get permanent night vision. Let me get myself night vision real quick though. There we go. That's better. That's gonna help me out. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, so it's actually underneath the floor. That's good. That's actually really good, actually. It's underneath the floor. That's good. That's good. Good, 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 good. Okay. Oh, wait. It's not quite that deep, though. That deep, though, because... Obviously, though, the iron block needs to go there, which means I need to break the bedrock. Which I can do. So, the fact I'm going to need to break the bedrock, though... But you can't build... Like, look, you can't build below. That's the problem, though. Which means the bedrock has to stay. Which means the bedrock has to stay. Though. That's what it means. The bedrock has to stay. Has to stay, though. And that's another problem, though. Now, where am I exactly? Oh, okay. So I'm at the... okay, so I'm at this hallway right here, though. Okay, so... Oop, there we go. Okay, this is a perfect spot for the vent. So there's gonna be a vent right here and stuff, though. That's gonna... Now, obviously, though, it's gonna... Obviously lead all the way over to here, of course. So... I just can't change the roof, though, of it. To obviously iron blocks, though, because then it's gonna look nasty, though. So the roof, unfortunately, cannot be iron blocks, though, because you can't place below bedrock, unfortunately. I think it's completely stupid, but... There we go. Okay, so let me just place these blocks back. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's another, now this is another vent done, though. But if you notice, though, I can technically destroy these blocks, though, over here, though. As, like, the entryway to the vent, though. I just can't destroy the other ones, though. But I can destroy the ones that's, like, underneath the walls, though, as well, though. I can do that. Now, I will obviously have a camera in this vent, of course. Of course, though. We will have a vent camera, of course. There we go. Okay. Now, obviously, though, like I said, the roof cannot be iron blocks, though, unless it's in like a specific area and whatnot. Like, for example, here can be an iron block, but nowhere else on this line can be an iron block unless it's like, whoops, right here, basically. But the thing is, though, you won't be able to enter the vent, though. So that's where the free block is, though. So, unfortunately, though, you guys will see disgusting colors, though, and whatnot, though. But it's the best I can do. It's the best I can do. Whatnot. So I do actually have that vent like this, though, because I think this. But since I'm building my own pizzeria, though, I can actually. You know what? This gives me an idea. I'm gonna make a tutorial on how I make this pizzeria. Actually, I'm gonna make a tutorial though at some point though of how I make this pizzeria. But you guys will obviously see it though as like part of the city though, which I get. Now, obviously though, I need to create a wall though and stuff though around this and stuff though. There we go. So what I'm gonna do though, that I just realized though, is the fact that I just realized that since I'm gonna have two ticket booths though, I think it's just gonna be best if I have like one for like the Fredbear, like the Spring section, and the one for the Fazbear section. I just realized that actually. But I also realized though is the fact that, come on a minute, here we go. That yes, I am fully aware it does not look like a pizzeria yet, though, because of the current blocks I'm placing, which does make sense. And you're not wrong. It does not look like a pizzeria yet, or anything like Fazbear's Pizzeria. And I understand that. I completely understand that. But for right now, though, I'm just making the exterior and stuff, though. I'll worry about, like, designing the interior, though, at a different point, though, of course. There. Okay. So now what I need to do, though, is I now need to design the spring area, though. Now that I need to do that. There we go. So I'm just gonna do the layout though and stuff though of the spring area, as well as like, so here. This is kind of been the layout I'm currently starting off with. So now, will I have a Kids Cove? Not really, since I'm gonna have Pirates Cove. So But since this is my own custom design though of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, I don't really need to worry about it though. There we go. Okay. So I currently have two vents, one leading to the same vent though. And so what I'm going to need to do though is I'm going to need to film the floors now, which is going to be a freaking pain to do it though. Solo, so. For right now though, I'm just going to work on the walls and stuff though for right now. That's all I'm going to work on though, it's just the walls. And then when I'm able to play with Connor again though, I will then ask him if he can like help me out with like doing the floors and stuff though. Because the floors are going to be way difficult though. Well, not really difficult though. But removing every single block of grass stone and stuff though, just to replace it and stuff though, is just going to take a lot of time. And I mean a lot of time. Okay. So this is where Pirates Cove is going to be. The reason why they're not going to be with the other ones though is because I'm kind of making it like Kids Cove though a little bit though, just a little bit like Kids Cove, like having their own separate room and stuff though. So for Foxy though, because I believe like Foxy deserves his own room and stuff though. So like that there. Now that's Pirates Cove though. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to then So now I'm gonna need to make like some party rooms and stuff though. Yeah, party rooms. And I'm also gonna need to make the office though. Because I just realized something. I can technically make the office like straight back here actually. Kinda like FNAF 2. A little bit straight down the hallway. But this hallway though is gonna be a bit different though. But oh yeah, that's right, we're also gonna need bathrooms too. So here's gonna be the area of the party rooms. So the party rooms are gonna be over here. So there's gonna be a party room over here. Oh, perfect. There we go. So there's gonna be a party room over here, I think. Yeah. Hold on. So there's gonna be a party room over here, and a party room over here. Oh wait, hold on. I just realized something. I can have like. So here's what I'm gonna do though. So I'm gonna have 3 separate party rooms. Oh wait, actually, hold on a minute. There's those blocks there. So there's gonna be one party room over here. Over here. Yeah, so there's gonna be a party room over here. Yeah, so there's gonna be a party room over here. And I'm gonna make another party room over here though, so we need to go how many blocks? 4 blocks, then the door, actually. Hold on. There, 2 blocks, then the door. 1, 2, bop, bop. There we go. Nice. I just realized something. These party rooms are going to be very small, though. Like, especially this one, though. Because it's not going to, apparently it's not going to be the same size as this one. Because if you look closely, it's 2 blocks, though. So technically speaking, I don't need a wall here, though. Actually. Since I need to make it the same size, though. So I will have a camera in each of the party rooms, though. But this is going to be like a hallway and stuff, though, as well, though. So I want to see how many party rooms I can actually fit in here. Ooh, I wonder how many party rooms I can actually fit through here. Through one single hallway. Okay, looks like I can only fit 4 party rooms. Interesting. Nice. Okay. So now that I got the party rooms all set up, though, I'm gonna now need to do the walls and whatnot. Because obviously, though, this will be like the layout and the walls of the pizzeria. Of course. Now, there won't be any vents in the party rooms itself, though. There won't be any. There won't be any, like, vents in the party rooms, though, and stuff, though. But I will have, like, a vent that will lead to the office, though. But I just don't know where I'm going to put it yet, at the moment. There. Okay, so those are the party rooms. Now it's time to make the office. So let me just build, like, this out. And then this out. Here, let's bring this out a bit more, like 3 blocks. Yeah, 3 blocks. There. Okay, so now I'm going to start making my office, though. So I'm going to make it, like, kind of bit on the small side, though, a little bit. Now, I'm obviously, though, going to need to make it a bit differently, though. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a door for the center, though. But since it's going to be a 2-door gap, though, what I'm going to do, though, is I'm actually going to see if I can try to, like, cut it down to, like, 1 door and stuff, though. Because I think shutting 2 doors, though, is just going to be really hard to do, though. Unless we have, like, 2 levers in the office, though. Which I think would be easier and stuff, though, to have. Okay, so now the office is gonna go out like this. It's gonna be like a giant box a little bit. Though, but it's not gonna have any side vents, and the only entrance though is actually from. Okay, so it's from the corners. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did that? Oh, it's 1 over. That actually would have been pretty crazy if I actually got the math correct there. That would have been crazy. Vent in the back of the office, though. I will have a vent in the back of the office. So, what I'm going to need to do, though, is I'm going to need to... so, obviously, though, I'm going to need to finish up the walls, though, and stuff, though. And whatnot. So that vent is actually gonna so with the office though, that vent is actually gonna lead all the way to like the main stage area though, because there's gonna be a long vent from the main stage area, from like from Freddy Bonnie Chica area though, all the way behind the office, and that's gonna be a long vent, and I mean a long vent. So, for right now, though, I'm just going to focus on the walls at the moment, though. But actually, I need to do that vent, like, now, though. But the problem is, though, I can't do a single vent, though. I actually have to do a 2-wide vent, though, unfortunately. That's the one thing I have to do is a 2-wide vent. Why? Someone just invited me to a PlayStation party though, but I'm not going to join at the moment though, because I'm in the middle of building something. Okay, so I'm now going to need to make it all the way to over there. So I'm going to make a turn right up here though. Wait, yeah, I need that. Right, there we go. Whoops. Yeah, let me just place that. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to see, like, can I still get down? Yes, I can. Good. There. And it's even gonna have, like, metal sound effects, too, though. So, now it's not going to connect directly to the Pirate Cove vent, though, unless I really wanted to, though. Which I'm not going to do that, though. That's just gonna take up way too much time, though, just to do. Though, so... Oh, wait, I just realized. I can't have it extend past the building, though. Which means that I need to actually make it into Pirate's Cove. Yeah, I just realized that now. So that plan just backfired. So I'm gonna need to make it all the way over to Pirate's Cove, though. Now what I could do is I could actually make this like a combined vent and have it like reach like the spring area, though. But there's one downside, though. I have to make it go underneath, though, like all the party rooms and the hallway, just to get it over there and stuff, though. And that's gonna be more hassle than what it already is, though. There we go. Okay. There. Okay. So, this will be the vent leading straight to the office, so... Here's what I need to do. I'm gonna need to get rid of all of this, though. Not that block. All of these blocks, though, and stuff, though, because these are, like, the floor and whatnot, though. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now that I have another vent, though, and stuff, though, I'm actually just gonna finish off with this, just this vent, though, and stuff, though. Then finish off the walls and stuff, though. And obviously, though, I will, like, make a tutorial on how I made this custom pizzeria, though, as well, though. So, at a separate time, though, just to make it easier for you guys. So, in case you guys actually want to build this pizzeria, you guys can. If only I had help, though, but I sadly don't. So, but hopefully, though, at some point I will actually get help, though, and stuff, though, which will be when